everybody. It's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is April the 8th, 2025, and this is episode 303. On today's show, I have whips and some changing in plans. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, a water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was good. I went knitting on Friday, had the littles on Sunday, had some really good conversations, and one of those conversations I'm going to talk to you about. My middle son and I seem to have issues with cutting ourselves. I mean, it's just, a slice here, a dice there, one of those things that seems to happen sometimes when you're not paying really, really close attention to knives or scissors or whatever. So he's had stitches and I've had stitches and, well, actually, no, I've never had stitches for a cut. I've always, been able to take care of them. So yeah, can you guess what happened to me yesterday besides getting the haircut? That's right. I was washing a knife and it sliced my thumb and I ended up getting 4 stitches in my thumb. My right hand. What fun. So yeah, I was in the ER for 2.5 hours, came out with 4 stitches, a tetanus shot, and so much fun. So I called him when I got back and said, "This is your fault. You jinxed me." Because, yeah, stitches. What fun. So my stitching this week may not happen a lot. I mean, I can touch because it's over here on the edge of my thumb. So I may be able to, but I'm not sure. I did try knitting last night and that was a no-go. Oh, nope. Didn't like it at all. So I stopped. Didn't even try to. I didn't even get a knit stitch on, and no, it's like, no, you can't do that. So we will see. If I do stitch this week, it will only be on Steampunk Portal because I want to keep up with that. This is I didn't stitch last night, obviously. I did stitch during the day because this happened at like 4:30 in the afternoon, so, which was really good because I got my hair cut at 3. So if I had done it earlier in the day, I may not have made my haircut appointment. So yeah, I'm glad I at least got my haircut before I did this. So I did stitch on my one of my daily stitches for Monday. I did stitch on that, so that I will show you next week. But all to say that next week might be a really short video. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. Okay, gonna have to give me a little bit because yeah, trying to do this kind of one-handed is not fun. So I am working on the acrostic landed. I was able to fill in some of the acrostic and I didn't bring the paperwork in. So next week I'll tell you what the acrostic was. But there was E's. So I said E for evil, Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow, even though it's not really evil, but I just decided I would fit it in that way. So this is by Carriage House Samplings. I am stitching this on 40 count Heritage by Picture This Plus. And I got some more of the pumpkins done. Not a lot though. Let's see. I finished filling in this pumpkin, I believe, with the one color because I'm color completing right now. And started working on this one. So there's not much more of this color in this pumpkin. And when I get back to it, I will start filling in the there's 2 more color pumpkins. So there's 2 more colors for the pumpkins. That's what I meant to say. And so I'll start working on those other 2 colors, but that's where this one's at. Yay! anytime I can work on this, because I really need to get this done. I mean, I ordered it when it went live, and I think it was 2017, I think that's when this is copyright. I'll have to look. Yeah, the day they released, you know, the year they released it, I bought it and started working on it. So yeah, I really need to get going on it. And so I worked on Put a Bird on It. And this is by Modern Folk Embroidery, the Stitch Along with Sunshine Stitchers. And I am using Silks for You, just pulling my own colors. And I am stitching this on 36 count, I think it's smoke blue. Is this the smoke blue one? Ooh, I lost the, uh-oh, I lost the paper that tells me what it is. I think it was the smoke blue. So, what did I work on? I just worked on the red. So, just stitching that red up. And I'll show you where I'm at on this pattern. Oops, I just dropped it on the floor. So I'm working on this. When I get this one done, then April's stitching is done, and then May will be this little section here. So May, I probably will keep just like filling that in. So that's where I'm at. I'm having a day because now all of the floss just fell out of the bag. But I will pick it up later. All right, then I started, and there was another E for Evil. So Evil, Halloween, a Halloween Quaker sampler by Cherished Stitches, being stitched on 36 count light mocha Edinburgh linen with the called for fancy floss, the silks. So that's what it looks like. This is another one I really need to be working on because it's slow going, but I got a lot accomplished on it. I'm really happy. I did all of this week, or this last week. So I'm very happy with that. I thought about trying to push through and get the rest of it done, but I had to stop and do other things. So that's where that one is at. Okay, and my Whip Go is Hawthorne Hill Sampler by Rosewood Manor. And I am stitching this on 32 count, no, I'm sorry, it's 28 count gingerbread. Cashel Linen by Zweigart. And I'm using, oops, sorry. My light just turned off. Turn it back on. Sorry about that. And I'm using the called for floss. Yeah. Got some more working on the bottom of page 1. So I added this. I added the green. I filled in the flower. There's still one more piece of flower that needs to go in there. So that's where it's at. I think, not sure if these flowers were done or not. I know I worked on this one and that one, but that's where it's at. I really enjoy this pattern. I don't know what it is about it. Oh, I do know it's the pinks. I know I've talked about it before. I really enjoy the pinks in that color, or in that pattern. All right. Fun stuff. Okay, and then there was an A in the word. A for animals. Animals would be The Year in the Woods. I'm working on the fox now, and this is by Cottage Garden. I'm stitching this 1/2 on, is it 40 or 36 count? Let me look here. And this is 36 count prehistoric by Fox and Rabbit, using the called for flosses. I finished the tree, and hopefully you guys can see I've started filling in the white so I could get over to the fox. So that's a little cabin in the woods with the fox. So everything that's new on that then is the white and a little bit of green. So I think it's turning out really great. I like how the trees are going to match up. I think that's really cool. They did use, of course, use a lot of the same colors. So yay for that. Okay. So this one's been fun. All right. And then, of course, I worked on Steampunk Portal. And that is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm sorry. Artwork by L&L Designs. And I'm stitching this on 25 count. Easy count. And this one is 1/1. And this is part of the 2025 SAL. So, I didn't get a, wow. I didn't get a lot accomplished on this week, but I did finally finish. 939 is completed on this page, so then I just started to fill in everything else. So, that is where I am at on Steampunk Portal. So hopefully, I'm hoping that that the thumb can handle doing some stitching, because I was at a loss last night after we got home. We got home a little bit after 7, and because we don't live very far from the ER. And yeah, it was sitting here with the Novocaine or whatever kind of medicine they put in the thumb to numb it, wearing off, and not being able to knit, not being able to stitch. It was a long, boring night, let me tell you, just watching TV. So yeah, hopefully I can stitch. Hopefully this will be better. I get the stitches out in a week, so if nothing else, it'll be next Monday. Which, if I can't stitch over the weekend, that's going to be really not fun. And I can't even do piano either, because the stitches land right there. So, yeah. Oh, well, maybe I'll read my piano book. See how that goes. But looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. If I'm not back next week, it's because I just have one thing to show you, and I'm not going to bore you with the one thing. So hopefully I'll see you next week, but I'm not sure. So I hope that you all are all staying safe, healthy, and happy, and watching out when you're washing knives. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you hopefully next week. Bye, guys.